Day 24 now. Same roads, same promise. Funny how that starts to feel like home.
Welcome back to the channel. I have a little bit of a cold today, so we're not really doing too much zone 2. In fact, we're definitely not going to get to a zone 2 today. It's just really just to get a ride in more than anything. I think it's day 24, is that right, Sue? 24 today? Or 24. Yeah, day 24, so that's one ride every day, 24 days. Today we thought we'd go for a little bit more of a different type of ride. At the moment we're just riding past quite a busy road, and we're going past Saffron Park on the left, which is a nice little park. As you can see, the road is quite noisy, quite busy, but we're starting to lose that now. As we move down to the canal, and Dubai Canal is absolutely beautiful for cycling. It's shared cycle path with pedestrians, so ideal for just a zone 1 workout. Just a little bit of facts, we're in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates. We've lived here for the past 15 years. Don't forget that's really slippy there, so we've lived here for 15 years. Came here in 2011, working in higher education. Our family are all here. My wife and 2 sons. Absolutely loved the experience of living here, the quality of life, the safety. Some great experiences over the past 15 years. It's a bit of a cloudy day today. My Garmin is telling me it is 21 degrees, but it does feel a little more chilly than that. There's not much of a sun out at all. Oh man, that person went over on a red light. A bit naughty. So where we live very close to Saffron Park. The reason we live there is predominantly because of the cycle routes. It's probably less than 5 minutes to the canal. If you go right at the canal, it takes you to into the city more, where we're going to be going today. If we go left, it takes us down to the beach, which is our common route. Just take it easy here. Bit of a blind corner. So we're now at the canal. See a boat just going past on the left. And another cycle track on the right. That's a dedicated cycle track. If we go the way we're going on that cycle track, it goes to the Maiden Loop, which is somewhere we also regularly ride. And that is a dedicated circuit. Don't know exactly how many kilometres, but it is purely for cyclists around Maidan 1 district. Where we're going to today is we're going straight up the canal to hopefully to a flamingo sanctuary, and it is a perfect day for it because it's not too hot. It's not hot at all. I think I have 3 layers on and long trousers. So you know that as I've said, I'm riding every day from the 1st of January till my birthday on the 20th of March, over 70 days. The aim is to lose weight, to get a bit more healthier. But in fairness, I have been riding since May. Not every day, but more or less every day. Usually with the exception when you get a cold or I'm on holiday or something. Or life is just way too busy to do anything. But generally I ride every day. But this one from the 1st of January is one I'm really dedicated to. Nothing is going to stop me, barring a significant injury, which inshallah does not happen. I'm going to ride every day. I do want to try and get at least 3 or 4 zone 2 workouts in. Dubai is perfect for zone 2 because it's very, very flat. So you can be pretty consistent in terms of your pace. One thing I will say about Dubai, it is very, very beautiful. This city, absolutely amazing. Loads of restaurants on the right with a beautiful view of the canal here on the left. Some amazing apartments and villas on the left here, and there's some beautiful ones that are right opposite the canal, which would be amazing. I think that would be a bit difficult to get in and out in terms of driving, but still a beautiful location. We actually looked at the location a little bit further back there. It's a little bit small. So the videos the part of the channel predominantly rides. I'm also going to do gear reviews. I have a Brighton T-line which has been greatly modified, which is absolutely amazing for travel. It's only 7 kg, it's in a suitcase. We've taken it to the UK. Brilliant. And then I have this rocket underneath me at the moment, which I love. It's a S-Works Turbo Creo SL 2025 model. It is electric e-bike, but since I bought the bike I've done nearly 2,000 kilometres, of which only 24 kilometres I've had the motor on. And I think I've only really had the motor on to test it, to have a bit of fun. Usually I don't have the motor on at all. So a lot of you are going to ask, why did I get a gravel bike? Well, I'm not really into this for speed. I'm totally into fitness, so anything that can get me to zone 2 and keep me in zone 2, which is obviously a fat burning zone, is really good. I'm 6'4". I'm 54 years old. I didn't want anything too fragile, too thin. Those road bikes look too flimsy. I wanted something with a bit of meat that can go anywhere and everywhere and just gives me out. So that's the reason why I had a gravel. Why did I have an electric gravel? Well, as I mentioned, I'm 55, 54. I really wanted something that is future-proof, that I could go distances on and really still enjoy. At the time when I ordered the bike, I wasn't as physically fit as I am now. And I don't consider myself physically fit. You know, I do 60 kilometres on the bike, but I'm dying afterwards. One of the rides I do want to take you on, and I had a nice message from Easy Riders, another YouTube channel. I'd like, if they ever do come to Dubai, to take them out into Al Qudra, into the desert. We did it about 2 months ago. It was a beautiful ride, a 50-kilometre loop, right out into the desert. It's brilliant. My wife has been extremely supportive. She's been at the moment, specialised in it's also gravel, also electric. We'll do reviews on the bikes on the channel. My focus at the moment is review every ride, every day. I'll be putting on Instagram. Also put on YouTube. That's the latest. Commentary like this. So, as I've said, I have been riding since around June 2025, more or less every day, but definitely not every day. I'm going to have a look at some point what days I rode and what days I didn't, and get some details on there. But one of the real secrets of my successful riding is having a strategy behind it. My career here at the moment is based on higher education strategy, and something that I found really useful is obviously things like key performance indicators, strategies, initiatives, objectives, and having a goal, a vision. I've kind of called this approach a crossover. So I've crossed over real world strategy themes and placed them into fitness with great effect. I'm not really trying to make any money out of this. My aim really is truly just as a motivator. I said to my wife before I left, I don't think I would have come out today with a cold or man flu, and did this ride unless I was making a video from it. And I plan to do this ride. It's nice weather, it's cool, there's not many people about. So it is a motivator. I don't really care how many subscribers I get, although certainly if you do like it, please comment and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, as they all say. This is a bit of a dodgy turn. It's a dog leg 90-degree turn. Blind. Really slow down. So yeah. So we're just moving out of the really busy parts of Dubai. You see a lot of construction going on. Sorry about that. My nose is just streaming. A streaming nose. So, yeah, as I was saying, don't really looking to see this as an income in any sort of way. See this is just a bit of a motivational tool. One of many tools. The primary tool being this crossover in terms of strategy. What that's about is my original goal was to just lose weight for, well, probably 15-20 years. I've tried lots of different diets and did have bikes and cycle, but nothing as serious as this. But something changed in March this year. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, which is pretty horrific. It's, thank God, mashallah, 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 it is something that's never really, I've not had anything diagnosed before, and it did shock me. I mean, basically what happened was, is my son was over here from the UK, we'd eaten out, and perhaps had something that didn't quite agree with us. He had food poisoning, and so did I. It hasn't happened before, but we were quite ill, and I was quite severely ill. In fact, I think it was the first time I'd had some time off work through illness, and had to go to hospital, have some a drip. I'm trying to take a photo, a picture of me having drip. You can see that I was quite ill, and basically I had whatever the reading is for sugar levels, and I was like an 11, and I think that's like double what you should be. I think it's something like anything over 6, you're quite severe with diabetes. Anything under 6, you're probably around. I'll have to check this out. I'll put some information on the screen. But I was an 11, which when I told some of the people I work with that work in medicine, they were saying that I should be dead. So it did shock me, as you can imagine. So what did I do? I got on the bike, and literally in the hottest part of the day, the hottest part of the year, June, I went out cycling in the morning, got up at 5 AM every morning, and cycled literally just to the end of the road to start off with, but slowly, surely, more and more. And I used to capture it on my Apple Watch. I just capture the data from it and look how far I've gone and how long I've been riding, rather than any kind of real reported data. And that was okay. You know, it kept me going, it kept me pushing myself to drive a little, to cycle a little bit further, a little bit longer. But then I wanted to go further and further, so I upgraded. We got a Garmin head unit. At the time I had a G-Line Bronson, which was great. That kept me going. but you know, I was really pushing that bike. Now I'm using that data much more efficiently. I put it all into ChatGPT and other AI bots out there, large language models, to really understand it a little bit more. Certainly doesn't replace a doctor, but it just gave me insight. I also bought one of those glucose monitors, one of the ones that you wear for like 2 weeks. I really looked at what I was eating as well. I got the nutrition into a proper order. Making sure that my calories weren't too high at first, and then looked at macros, making sure I had enough fibre, enough carbs, most importantly enough protein, because what I started to find was I was losing muscle mass despite riding almost every day. So what else has happened? My VO2 max has increased. I've got better with that. And I understand that is like a sure sign of life longevity. And I've got to be honest, I certainly would not be out here today if I didn't have that video. This video going, which is the next step really. I needed something to push me a little bit further. Now hopefully what we've got planned is some really exciting rides. You can follow me on Strava. All of these rides are published on Strava. As I said, I have an Instagram account called Innertubeless. Follow me on that. You'll see a summary of every ride on there. And then obviously the YouTube channel, which hopefully you're watching this on, is called Innertubeless. The idea behind that is that I want to get rid of my inner tube as an irony. So please like, subscribe and comment. I do respond to all the comments. I've only had 2 so far, one from a friend and one from Easy Riders, which I really appreciated. So we're just about coming up to the Flamingo Sanctuary, which is just over there on the right, on the left. There's quite a few flamingos in there. We'll stop and I'll just run down there and have a look at them and take you down there so you can see. See if we're just over there now. Yes, who's behind me, so you can watch the bike. You on the bike? Oh, it's closed? Oh, yeah. Well, I would show you, but it's closed, unfortunately. It's Susan, my wife. Say hi to the... Yeah, just about, I don't know if you can see them, but there's a couple of flamingos in there, but there's literally hundreds and hundreds over there. We're sitting when there's thousands. It's very impressive. You see the skyline over there from Dubai. Didn't take you around here as long. There's quite a few over there. Some over in the bushes just there. So I did do a bit of research and we just have a look what I found about this reservoir, about this sanctuary. So, sanctuary, Russell Core Wildlife Sanctuary, is a Ramsar listed wetland of international importance. The sanctuary covers roughly 6.2 square metres of mangroves, lagoons and mudflats. It supports over 450 species of wildlife, including migratory birds, fish and crustaceans. Flamingos are present year-round, with peak numbers typically seen between November and March. Greater flamingos can be identified by their pink plumage, which you can see out there now. Flamingos often stand on one leg to conserve body heat and reduce muscle fatigue. The sanctuary sits directly adjacent to Dubai's urban skyline, which is over there, and it's rare having coexistence with biodiversity just there, and this wildlife sanctuary just over here. I think really, if you ever do come to Dubai, it's really, you can see these carrying bikes here. It is really a nice route to come over to, and as far as it used to be, completely free to go. So obviously you have to pay for the bikes. The bikes are pretty simple. I don't know how much they cost, but I'm fairly confident it's quite low cost. But it is really a nice free ride. Just bear in mind there are toilets. I don't know what they're like, but there's no drinks. So if you do come here, make sure you bring a drink with you. Plenty of cafes on the way back. You don't stress, but this part there is no drinks. So hopefully you can see the flamingos just over there. Now we have done this ride before. My wife has a YouTube channel which she started a few years ago called To Go Eco, and we've done this route on Super 73s, which is like an electric bike. It is pedal assist, but predominantly electric. And we've moved away from that now. Although these are e-bikes, they're purely we're not using electric at all on them for the health benefits, really. So this is 31 minutes. Hopefully I've answered your questions. There's been a few questions raised in some of the social media on what I'm doing over here, how long I've been here, which I've answered, and I hope you enjoyed the ride. So please catch the data later.